ile section. Gachora teaming up to celebrate the launch of the series, the NCBA series. So my name is Gachora, Group Managing Director, NCBA Group. We are here at Rio West Club launching NCBA 2025 golf activities, which covers juniors through working together with Junior Golf Foundation in Kenya and certainly the Junior Golf Foundations across the region. We're working with KGU, where we sponsor Kenya Amateur Golf. And today, we also brought on board the professional golfers of Kenya, where we are going to be sponsoring some of their tournaments going forward. This sponsorship started in 2021, and since then it has been better every year. As you saw last year, we had over 140 tournaments across the region, and in Kenya in particular, we sponsored every single club. Either there was an NCBA tournament in a club, there was a club night or a MAG sponsored in every club in Kenya. We intend to continue with that. Today we announced sponsorship for 155 activities this year, 60 million in sponsorship, cutting across the various organizations. This is a Kenya sponsorship, not to speak of the other sponsorship that we're doing for the other countries across the region. Over this time, we have seen real development of golf, and I'm really glad to say that we have seen golf unions go out of their way to invest in golf development, which is one thing that we asked for. We got into this to change the story of golf. We got into this because we believe that in a few years, Kenya should be well represented, not just in Kenya Open, which we are well represented, but in the PGA Tours, and hopefully a Kenyan can win the PGA in a few years to come, and that is why we got into this. So we look at it as a full spectrum of development. Why we're excited about this year is that, as we said, we have worked on what I call the foundations of golf over the last 4 years. This year we're going to the next level, saying once you build the foundation, people must be able to graduate to the next level. Where do they graduate to? We have juniors that we have worked with for the last 4 years who are now ready to become professionals. We saw during the KGU tours where a lot of amateurs really are refusing to become professionals because there's no promise of a career to be a professional. You want to change that. So this year, the theme is what we can do to ensure that even at the professional level of golf in this country, we have invested, and other corporates and government organizations have come together to invest to make true that Talanta Hela in golf is real. And today I'm very glad that the Director General of the Kenya Vision 2030 joined us to spell out the reason golf forms a critical part of Kenya's Vision 2030.
Thank you, John Gachora. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning. My name is Ken Mwige. I'm the Director General of Kenya Vision 2030, and we are here under the social and political pillar because of the importance of sport in this country. As government, we are very, very serious on Talanta Hela, and we want to make sure that sport is a career which any of our children, boys and girls, can go into legitimately. You join this with CBC, every child is talented differently. There are those who will become bankers like John. There are those who become lawyers like me. There are those who become players, those who become sportsmen. So from the government side of view, we are giving our children options. And then after you give them options, then what? And this is why golf is important. And I'll explain why golf is important. Golf is important for Kenya because first of all, we have the second highest number of golf courses in Africa, number one. Number two, we have 4 main key exports on the global stage as Kenya. The first one is the WRC, for example, World Rally Championship. It puts 2 to 3 billion eyes on Kenya over the space of a week. The second one is the Kenya Open, which is part of the DP World Tour. On any given Sunday or Saturday, there's almost 1 billion eyes looking at Kenya in 5 weeks' time. We also have athletics. Our Kipsangs and our Kipchoges and our Mutuas, all of them. They do more. And then there's golf, there's athletics, there is WRC. Those are the 3 main sporting activities. And the Magical Ladies Kenya Open as well. The brand pushing which these events give, I am telling you for a fact from government, is worth more than a lot of the marketing and branding efforts we put in as government. So we need to concentrate on where we get return on investment. And where we get return on investment at a global and continental level is through these events. WRC, Magical Kenya Open, Ladies Kenya Open, and our athletics. We must capitalize on the latent potential in these things. So that's why we're here. And for Kenya Vision 2030, under the social and political pillar, Kenya Vision 2030 is designed to be 75% private sector and only 25% government. So everything you're seeing, which is called Kenya Vision 2030, amounts to a paltry 25% of the vision. So 75% is owned by the private sector. And that is why it's extremely important for Kenya Vision 2030, on behalf of government, to partner with private sector in this endeavor, because we believe very strongly, with 1 billion eyes looking at Kenya in the next 5 weeks, there is enough for everyone. There's enough for everyone. So I have a special appeal. And I'm very, very happy because NCBA has come in to support the professionals. We spend, say 100%. Out of 100% of the money raised for Kenya Open,